Hey guys, what is going on? It's Austin here, and I got a video for you, and it's the top 5 canceled games on the PS Vita. Now, these are 5 games that I found to be really awesome. These games are amazing, and they were actually planned, and some even started development on PS Vita, but they ended up being canceled by the developers or by Sony, or just forgot about, which is kind of suspicious. But anyway, let's just get right into the video with our top 5. Number 5 spot, we have Bioshock PS Vita. Alright, guys, so it was never really explained if it was going to be Bioshock 1, Bioshock Infinite, or a completely new Bioshock, hence the name Bioshock PS Vita. The reason they gave it that name was because it was only in early development, nothing really happened, and they just needed a code name, and it was a Bioshock game, and it was an exclusive to PS Vita, so it was called Bioshock PS Vita. So that's basically it. And just to show how old this was, it was confirmed E3 2011. The lead developer pulled out a PS Vita in his back pocket and said, "It's coming to this bad boy."
And before I go, there's another game we've been thinking about for a long time. It's a bit of a pet project of Irrational's, and it's set in the Bioshock universe. And this has been kicking around for a few years now. And it's very early days, and the design is still evolving. But recently, we found the right home for it. It's on this guy. On the NGP.
Not those exact words, but he did say it's coming to Vita, and nothing ever happened. And he even referred to the Vita as the NGP. Yeah, the NGP, the Next Generation Portable, which was the PS Vita's code name before Sony ended up talking about it as the PlayStation Vita. So let's get to our number 4 entry. We have Titanfall. Okay, many of you guys may know this. Many of you guys may not. I actually found this out a year or two ago, not that long ago when it comes to Vita news. But Titanfall, the original one, was planned to be a PS Vita exclusive and had no interest in being on Xbox. And I feel like that's insane because knowing how the Vita's shooters really went, they had Call of Duty, which is a no-brainer. Every console gets Call of Duty, basically, even the fucking Wii. And it had Resistance, which is a PlayStation brand. And it had Killzone, which is also a PlayStation brand. And just to think Titanfall, it was something new. I guess that's why it sounds so weird. But it goes from like Call of Duty, which is a must-have, to PlayStation exclusive brands, to a completely new IP with jetpacks and multiplayer that's extremely innovative. Like with the grunts, they have bots in like PvP, like head to head, and no other game actually does that. Well, first person shooter does that I know of, and I think that's actually pretty cool that could have came to the Vita. And for our number 3 spot, we have a game you guys will not believe was going to be on the Vita. We have Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Okay, so this is the story on how Black Ops Declassified came to be. All right, Sony was talking to Activision, and they were actually starting the game. They had a demo actually already planned out, and they said, "You know what? No, Activision, we're going to take the project. We still want you to work on it a little bit, but we just want you to have your name on it, basically. We just want you to publish it. We're going to hand this over to a smaller dev team, Nihilistic, which were also the ones who developed Resistance Burning Skies. And Nihilistic, instead of making a Black Ops 2 port, decided to make a new IP, which most of the time is a good idea, but it gave birth to Black Ops Declassified. I would just take a Black Ops 2, please. Yes, 1 copy of Black Ops 2 PS Vita for me. No thank you on Declassified. But for our number 2 spot, all right, we have Tales from the Borderlands. This game, I don't think is as important as my number 1 and honorable mention. But the reason this is at number 2 and my honorable mention is not, is because this game was promised by Sony, 2K Games, and Telltale Games to be on Vita. And not only did they promise this game, they promised every single Telltale game after the release of this game to also be on Vita. We're talking Game of Thrones, Batman. I think it has a special name, but Batman, Guardians of the Galaxy. Um, I know they had another one. I forget what else they released, but shit, I can't remember it. But all those games and Tales from the Borderlands were supposed to be on Vita, and development didn't even start, and it just fell off the tracks, and it hasn't been canceled. It just isn't going to happen, guys. Let's think about it. This game came out, what, 2015, 2016, and it's already on PS4, PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and on PC, and it's on mobile, and it's been a good 3 years. Why would they develop a game that's 3 years old and just now put it on a console that's considered dead? So yeah, that's about it. But we're just going to get into our honorable mention, then we can go on to our number one spot. So I have two honorable mentions, and one of them I'm not going to mention in the video. I will say I'm not going to do that. But the other one I am going to bring up, and it's Gravity Rush 2. Now this game's got some backstory. Gravity Rush 1, PS Vita exclusive, really, really popular. It's basically the reason the Vita was selling like 2 years after its first year was Uncharted and Gravity Rush. And what they did was they ported that over to the PS4, and Gravity Rush 2 was confirmed. And they said PS Vita exclusive, obviously Gravity Rush 2 only on Vita. And then Sony, knowing how much they love their PS4 and they love having their pockets full, said, no, why would that make sense? Why would we put Gravity Rush 1 on PS4 just to tease them, or Gravity Rush 2 only on Vita? So Japan Studio ended up saying, all right, we're doing it on both PS Vita and PS4. And then, due to limitations of the PS Vita hardware, they ended up just putting it on PS4. It was a lot of flip flopping of no, just Vita, no, just PS4, both, no PS4, just Vita, oh, both. So they couldn't really make up their minds, but it ended up ending in just PS4. So that's really depressing. But anyway, on to our number one spot. We have Infamous 1. Okay, any of you guys who watch my videos, watch my streams, or if you even watch my Infamous Second Son walkthrough, you'll know how much I love Infamous. Infamous, in my opinion, is the greatest game of all time, but I'm going to try and not use my bias here, because even when I looked a while, years ago, I saw videos of games that were canceled, and Infamous was on there, and every comment referring to Infamous and every YouTuber that uploaded the video said, what was Sony thinking? This game would be amazing on Vita. Very small amount of open world games on Vita. Infamous would have been well at home on Vita. The controls would have been perfect. It would have been so nice. But I guess we can just keep dreaming. We never really found out if it was going to be Infamous 1, Infamous 2, Infamous Second Son, or a new Infamous. I would actually like a new Infamous, not a Second Son, but a completely new story for Infamous. But if it wasn't that, I'd obviously prefer that OG Infamous 1, baby. Oh, baby. Yes, I just kissed my hand and pointed up to the heavens like I was praying to Jesus. But now that we're talking about Infamous, you can check out my Infamous Second Son walkthrough and see what that game's all about, because that game also had some talks on Vita, only for about a week, and then they canceled it. But anyway, have a wonderful day. Whoa, a die. I love my new accent I just got right there. Have a wonderful day, everybody. If you're new, make sure to hit subscribe. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And if you have a Vita, I'm sorry that you can't buy these games. Peace out.